Hey everyone, Scott Newby here at the Yamaha. I'm here with our ATV and side-by-side testing manager, Patrick Biolsi. We're at the beautiful Brushy Mountain Motorsports Park in North Carolina, and we're here to talk about the all-new Wolverine X2 1000. So Pat, with the all-new Wolverine X2 1000, one of the great features right off the bat is the 1000cc engine. What are some of the great features of it?
The great thing about the 1000cc engine on the trail is not, of course, not just the number. You don't get to drive the number, but we've got tons of torque. With the D mode switch, or even in the standard trail mode that you get with the X2 1000, you've got that excellent throttle response, and you can drive at lower throttle openings in a wide variety of situations. Steep hills, mountains here on the East Coast, of course, all the way out to the west. When you're at higher elevations, you really are going to use all the power available. It's got an exceptional amount of power, but the way it's delivered is really important, and it gives people, experts to novices, a huge variety of ways to tackle different terrain. It gives you a lot of options. You don't have to hit the perfect line to get up a tough technical trail or a big long open sand hill. You've got all the power to tackle that, but you can do it in different ways. And that's one of the key things the 1000cc engine gives you on the trail.
Another great feature you get with the RMAX 1000 engine that you're getting in the X2 1000 is our D mode.
D mode switch has been a great hit with the RMAX because one of the key things about the D mode that everybody seems to love is you get 100% power in all three modes, sport, trail, and crawl. If you ask for 100% throttle, you get 100% throttle. You get 100% of that power. If you see a big hill, you want to get after it and get up that hill very quickly. Even if you're in crawl mode, you get all the engine power you're looking for. It has a very smooth delivery. It really helps balance traction out. Trail is very one-to-one, a very linear feeling, and if sport is really responsive. Open trails, fire roads, those situations are really good for sport. You want to get a little bit aggressive. The response is really next level when it comes to that. And the X2 1000, it's only $100 MSRP to put that D mode switch in. It's plug and play. It takes about 10 minutes to install. It's really easy to do.
Yeah, no doubt. It's one of our great Yamaha genuine accessories we have available for it, like a lot of others. But with that, you get the three-way toggle switches in the interior of it. What are some of the other great features that we have with the interior of the all-new Wolverine X2 1000?
Well, it's really a mixture of the RMAX and the X2 850. Visibility-wise, the compact body from the X2 is right here on the new X2 1000. So you get that exceptional visibility over the front of the hood, over the sides of the vehicle, tight eastern woods trails. It really shines in those situations. On the inside of the vehicle, for some of the folks who don't know, starting in 2021, the X2 and the X4 have the same cab roominess as the RMAX. We took a lot of that. The ROPS is exactly the same as the RMAX on the upper side from the A pillar to the B pillar, and you get a lot of roominess there. We moved the throttle and brake pedal forward. We changed the angles a little bit. We moved the seat back a ½ inch or 13 millimeters, and we improved the roominess quite a bit. The door latch is in a new location. Again, a lot of that roominess that the RMAX has is delivered in the X2 1000. One key difference from the 850 that is on the RMAX that we wanted to include from a comfort standpoint is the soft touch points. There's one on the door skin and there's one on the center console. It was such a hit on the RMAX, we really want to make sure we carried that over to the X2 1000. It fits a wide variety of body sizes, preferences, and it's actually really well integrated with our audio system too. None of the X2 1000s come standard with a door speaker, unlike the RMAX, but the integration is still there. It's very easy to plug in the door speaker, and then again we have a nice smooth transition between the door speaker and your leg making contact with that soft touch point on the door skin.
Another great thing about the Wolverine X2 1000 and just even the X2 850 going to the RMAX 1000 platform is you have a lot of accessories that carry up from each. So they basically have a great crossover and just allows a lot of versatility. Speaking of versatility, talk about the all-new suspension that we have.
Yeah, the suspension on the X2 1000 is unique. It's not the same as what's on the RMAX. It's not the same as what's on the X2. All new design to the A-arms. It's inspired by the RMAX, a lot of the things we learned there. But what we really focused on is giving it a lot of suspension travel. And why do we focus on that? Besides the number is very nice, of course, for people to focus on. But from a development standpoint, having a lot of suspension travel helps us to achieve our goals of giving customers comfort and also performance at higher speeds in rougher terrain. So having that bigger number really helps us achieve those tough goals of giving you great low-speed comfort, a lot of plushness, and then of course being able to tackle trail whoops in the western U.S., for example. That decomposed granite really whoops out, in the Rocky Mountains, the Southwest. This vehicle can really tackle it all, and having that big suspension travel really helps us to do that. It's 13.1 inches in the front, 15.5 inches in the rear. It's also a really high level suspension. It's piggyback reservoirs, nitrogen charge, which gives you very consistent damping, especially appreciated at those higher speeds, and very consistent if you're hitting a lot of those trail loops over and over again. The piggyback reservoir and the nitrogen charging gives you that consistent damping feel. It's actually very adjustable as well. It's a threaded preload adjuster, which for someone looking for a finer level of adjustment, we've got 30 millimeters of adjustment in the front and 40 millimeters in the back. Again, gives you that person a lot of options. If they're carrying different loads or they're looking for a different characteristic from their suspension, you've got a lot of choices there. And then dual speed compression damping adjustability, high and low speed. And high speed's even toolless, so it's very easy to do on the trail if there's a characteristic that you're looking to enhance. Really nothing else that compares to the X2 1000 has that level of adjustability and combination of high performance and low speed comfort and plushness that we're really going to feel here in the eastern woods.
Then another great thing about the Wolverine X2 1000, something that I love too, the wheels on it. You get the 14-inch wheels. It actually has a little bit of incorporation of our iconic Yamaha tuning fork logo on it, but also mounted the 28-inch Maxxis Bighorn tires. What are some of the great features they had there?
That was really important to give people a tire they valued and they were looking for. We talked to our dealers, we talked to our customers, and the Bighorn Original, or the OG as we like to call it in development, was something that people really liked and something we wanted to deliver to them. So it's also in a square setup, which means it's exactly the same front to rear, not staggered, and it's not directional. So again, if you're carrying a spare or have a spare at home, just buy one. It's got really good sidewall durability as well. It's 6-ply rated and has a great balance of actual sidewall. One of the reasons we don't use a 15-inch wheel in this type of scenario in this size is we want to make sure you have enough sidewall. It's really easy, especially in tight East Coast woods trails where you get a lot of sharp rocks, tree roots, things like that. You can pinch the tire between the trail obstacle and the rim, and having enough sidewall is just as important sometimes as the weight or the thickness of the sidewall. So having a 28-inch tire with a 14-inch wheel was really good balance for us, giving them the comfort we're looking for, the damping character through the sidewall, as well as sidewall durability, just having enough sidewall to give you that cushion.
Something I think is also great about the Wolverine X2 1000, when you're in there, you're looking all around the cabin, you have great visibility. When you're out here at tight trails like this, you may have a hairpin turn or even like sharp descents and steep uphill climbs. What can you tell me about being in the driver's seat, being able to see all around?
Yeah, having that little bit of extra room, again with the 61-inch width, really gives you that little bit of extra cushion on a lot of these tight eastern woods trails, but that visibility is really next level. It really is the best vehicle on the market. Starting, that was something that was such a strong point for the 850 X2 and the X4. We wanted to carry that over for this vehicle. Looking over the front of the vehicle, again, steep uphills, you want to be able to see over the hood in those situations. And then actually going down the next hill, if there's another uphill on the other side, upward visibility was really important too. So dialing in the sun top shape, making sure that you can see that the top of the next hill as you're going down the first one is really important, something we look for. And then of course, being able to judge where the tires are in those tight East Coast wood situations are really important too, making sure once you get the front through, you can pivot the rear through. Again, this has a very balanced wheelbase, really ideally set up for higher speed stability, a little bit longer wheelbase than our X2 and our X4, but again, short enough, maneuverable enough to wiggle through the trees here on the east.
Of course, in the Wolverine X2 1000, we have all of our core technologies therein. You've got on-command two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, full differential lock. You've got the Ultramat transmission, which provides that Yamaha exclusive 10-year belt warranty as well. Just kind of talk about some of the features that you get with our core technologies.
Yeah, steering-wise, that's something we really focus on, providing the right balance of light effort and reducing negative feedback. That negative feedback is when you make contact with a trail obstacle, tree root, rock on the side of the trail, things like that. Our EPS system does a really good job of deadening that negative feedback, but of course we don't want to make it too dead. We want to make sure you feel what the tires are doing, and that's what we call, of course, positive feedback. You feel what's going on. It's nice and light. It, again, cushions you against those trail impacts and things like that, but provides that right balance is what we look for with our EPS system. The steering, I should point out, on the X2 1000 is unique. It's not the same as the X2. It's not the same as the RMAX. It's a new steering rack, new tie rods, new geometry to the steering, so it has a little bit different flavor than some of the other vehicles out there. It's definitely matched to the X2 1000, its chassis, but the targets that we're looking for, same as what we do look for with the RMAX and the X2. I'll even talk about the steering wheel, which again is the same as what's on the RMAX. We feel like it's one of the best shapes. It's very solid, and of course it has that great tactile feel. It's a soft rubber overmolding, which we find makes a big difference. Being in the cab all day, driving all day, you can really relax your grip and have a nice solid feeling without holding onto a hard, slippery plastic steering wheel, which again can be really fatiguing and really hurts your feel for the trail.
No doubt, after a long day of riding, little things like that definitely go a long way, so greatly appreciate you even just looking at some of the smaller details like that, because for us it really is all about proven off-road capability, comfort, and confidence. You're getting extreme versatility out of the Wolverine X2 1000, 2,000 pound towing capacity, 600 pound bed capacity with the full dump it on as well. So again, you're getting versatility, reliability, ultimate durability, as well as a great value overall. So if you want to learn more, go to your Yamaha dealer. They're actually available now. Or if you want to learn more about the vehicle as well as our full lineup of Yamaha Junior accessories, go to YamahaMotorsports.com.